Hello everybody, and welcome back to Tyranny. This is the first intro for this game I've done in a little while, but a lot of the play sessions that I've had for this game so far has been kind of like intermittent for like non-standard amounts of time, so I was never really sure when one would actually line up or where one would end and one would begin. So anyway, let's jump back into things. It's actually been about a week since the last part I filmed. If I remember right, we had just read through a lot of the letters that we'd been sent throughout our campaign so far, and then we were about to try to take on this like fortress thing, with the disfavored. We're not sure yet where the Scarlet Chorus are, but we're imagining they're going to show up at some point soon.
Interesting.
Send me your...
Found something.
Okay. Now is the real test, because I've not... It's been a long time since I've done any of this. Oh, that's not what I want. This is what I want. And that guy's too far away, so never mind. Get a Sunder going.
See that? That's entirely useless.
Let's just stick with normal attacks for a moment. Or I guess he still has about half health left. We can hit him with one of these. Oops, wrong one. Okay. Let's go ahead and Burning Hands this guy.
On it.
There we go. I was like, I got lost for a second. There we go. Okay. You? Hey, can the rest of you guys, like, catch up? What are you guys doing? Hello? Okay, whatever. I'm lucky that wasn't a disengage, actually. You guys are all still on autopilot, right? Yeah, you are. Weird. What's going on? Bang. Okay. Let's get ready with a blood-soaked stone. There we go. You're back now. Thank God. Okay. Didn't even need it. Never mind. Okay. So I remember we were... Oh, what the hell? We triggered this trap over here? Or was there a different one that I missed? Weird. Yeah, I thought we were supposed to follow the wall to the west, but I think actually, to be honest, it looks like on the mini-map there's something to the east, so let's do that. Like I said, it's been a minute. The Earthshakers are focused, readying a spell to bring down the Citadel's stone wall. The powerful barrier magic employed by the sages is impeding their efforts.
Heads up, we have company.
I'd say that.
Oops. The crates look as if they were placed here and then soon forgotten. Hello? Oh, I can't look at that while time is paused? Interesting. Okay, I really would rather not take all of you on. Oh, but there's someone here. Let's deal with this guy.
Did I always have this much blood?
Oh, Lantry, can you please... Actually, once we all get into formation here, let's do a greater renewal. Is that going to get verse? Looks like it. Okay. Back to me. Where am I? Am I... That's Lantry. There I am. Okay, yeah. Weird. Do a cleave.
Seeing an awful lot of red.
Oh! Okay, good. I'm glad Lantry got that heal off, because this person just freaking destroyed verse. Let's try to get rid of this guy. Okay. She dodged that, thank God. Let's go ahead and Burning Hands this guy, just because.
That was beneath.
Okay, and then let's go look at this guy. Nice, okay. How much health do you have? Quite a bit. Let's go ahead and Blood Soak Stone you. That didn't work. Well, it kind of worked, but
Right.
I'm still getting used to this combat. Lantry, can you focus on healing a little bit more than you are? Okay, that only heals me. Okay. Let's hang out for a second. Because, like, you guys are totally going to kill this guy, right? It's 4-on-1, and you guys are supposed to be, like, the most advanced soldiers ever, or whatever. Okay. I'd really like Verse to heal up a little bit. And, honestly, Barrick, too, now that I think about it. Or now that I look at it. Let's disarm this. Okay. Now there's a bigger group up here that I'd
What
rather
do we
not take
have
on all at
here?
once. Can we kite? No, we can't. Shoot. Okay, let's fall back a little bit. A little bit more. Okay. And let's get ready to do this. They seem to be targeting Lantry, which is not ideal.
You got it.
Here's cloth.
How much health are you down to? Just 2? Iron Tolling is Owen and Barrick. And the target is compelled to attack Barrick for a short time. Okay. I think let's do this so that they focus on Barrick as opposed to continuing to attack Lantry. Because out of everybody, we really don't want...
Try a different weapon.
Are you guys doing it?
I never had a chance.
Okay. I'm not sure if we're doing it or not. So, okay. Did Verse just fall? Verse. Okay. And Lantry, do you have a heal up? No, not really. Okay. Alright. Let's hope he can get Verse healed before she gets hit again. There we go. Ooh, Lantry just went down. Okay. That's okay. We should still be able to take care of this for the most part. Actually, let's get a cleave to get both these guys.
Got dark all of a sudden.
Okay, so it's just me and Barrick here. That's unfortunate. About to get this thrust up. What? That's a disengage? That's horseshit. I was already engaged with this guy and he walks up. Alright, Iron Tolling isn't going to really work here. But Barrick's about to come help, right? Barrick? Right, Barrick? Okay. Back to me. Let's set your ass on fire. This is obviously far from ideal, but hopefully it'll be okay.
On it.
If we can get this person down, I'll feel a lot better. Okay, there we go. Go ahead and do this. I think I missed. I activated cleave. It doesn't say it hit, I guess, so it didn't.
On it.
Let's get him. And I remember we can also return to that soldier commander guy instead of like doing a rest to heal. So let's go ahead and do that to get rid of these guys' wounds. It's over here, I think. Ooh. Horde boots. Okay. After we talk to this person, we'll do a quick inventory check just to make sure everybody's still using their best stuff. I'd like to rest before continuing. Yes. Nice. Okay. Alright, let's continue. It literally just said that we should do an inventory check. Okay. So, Owen, are you using the best two-handed weapon we have here? No. No. This is two-handed, it's not as good. Although it is a great sword, so I'm not totally sure if, since we're like particularly good at great swords, if this means this would get buffed further, or if this, like, these numbers are already including that buff. I'm not totally sure, but from what it looks like to me, we're about as good as we can be in terms of weapons. No, no. I prefer to be a little bit more tanky. Let's go ahead and do this. Slash armor, but no, it's really bad at everything else. Okay. How about verse? What's the best thing that we have that's light armor? Momentum gauntlets. Sure. Okay. This is better armor, but it's heavy, so never mind. No. No, 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 no. Light bronze helmet. It's still considered heavy armor. Let's see. No, that's I think what you had originally had. Okay, so you're good. Lantry. Let's go ahead and do this. You can have my boots. I don't want to give you heavy armor. 4% deflection plus 2 recovery. Light leather helm. No, you have a scholar's hood, right? A sage's hood. Yeah. Oops. That's fine. Heavy armor, no. Light armor. Oh, this is pretty decent. This is the old Scarlet Fury stuff, right? Yeah. Do I want to give you this? I think I do, honestly. Oh. Only be equipped by verse. Okay, so never mind. And then Barrack, I'm sure you're fine. I can't change your armor, and I'm pretty sure we gave you the best weapon recently. Oh, this is pretty good. Better DPS, better range, better armor penetration. Yeah, let's give you that. Oh, it's a two-handed. What is this? Is it better than that? It's better than the bronze hammer. Is it better than this? The Falx? Okay. Seeker. One-handed and thrown. Okay. Staff. Okay. Cool. I think we're all good. I think we're going to scale the wall. The wall here is crumbling, creating many handholds and footholds. Let's climb. Okay.
I see.
So we
you
got two
there.
people here. All right. Owen, get ready with your stabs.
Not dead yet.
you're actually almost dead.
Can't do that.
Boom. All right. Now let's go ahead and immediately set you on fire. No, let's actually immediately do Blood-Soaked Stone on you.
Can't do that.
And then set you on fire. Oh, did that not work?
Lean on, you little shit.
There we go. Alright, everybody can heal up. I do want to make sure that there's nobody else on the wall here.
I got it. Sorry, I
You
can't.
can't go over there. What the heck? Oh, Sage Apprentice. They were wearing red. I thought they were Scarlet Chorus for a second. It's like I expected them to be in the way, but not inside the walls guarding it. Oh, 6, some cheese. Love it. Okay. We go here.
I am a sheep.
I'm just trying to avoid taking on too many people all at once. Let's immediately Blood-Soaked Stone you.
Build one for myself.
Flawless.
Oh, and you want to do your part? There we go. Do a pierce.
Before me.
Sunder. Okay. Sunder on you.
Oh crap.
Set your ass on fire. I'm sure you can see my rhythm to fights at this point. Alright, cool. I guess we're gonna go take you guys on now. Yeah.
Another battle.
Okay.
Will do. I think we're back.
Ooh, are they not even gonna fight because they are busy holding the wall? No, they will. Oh shit. Damn, okay. They're not messing around.
Fall before us.
I wonder if they have resistance to magic or something. Let's go verse.
Fall
Bang.
before me.
Bang. Not that one. This one. Not that one. This one.
I got it.
Nice. Okay. Make sure everybody's healed up still. What else we got in this courtyard? Anything? No, that's it. You're welcome. Let's move it in now. Alright. Can I search any of this stuff? This I can. Fatebinder, head west in something. What was that? For the glory of Kyros. Fatebinder, was there something you needed? No, I guess not. Okay. Anything else I can search? Yes. Okay, just this. They did say head west. I saw that. Okay, so get everybody. I remember I can F5 to do that. Oh, actually, it looks like there's still something searchable over here. Or did we get this already? No, I think we got this already. I was looking at the mini-map. Okay. So far, I was going to say this is going okay. Uh-oh. Scarlet Chorus is in. Although, honestly, I'm glad to know that we know where they are. Wow. They've breached the gate. The chorus has breached the gate. Fall back. Interesting. So are we going to fight the chorus, or are they going to fight the chorus? Because I'm sure one of these things is going to happen. Even though it's ridiculous. Stand aside. Ascension Hall is ours alone for the taking. The Fifth Eye swings his spear in a broad arc as he roars his cackling tenor. Withdraw at once, before you feel the weight of 1,000 chorus blades and bludgeons. No sooner would a family of maggots beat a pack of wolves than his favorite commander beckons the Scarlet Chorus forward. Come, I'll take you 5 at a time just to make things fair. Okay, so we need to try to disarm this situation, absolutely. The question is it going to matter at all? I kind of doubt it, but let's at least try. So, about the edict, the commander looks back at you and gestures north. We'll stall them. You make a break for the inner sanctum. Okay. Honestly, I'm glad that we're not fighting them, to be honest. Because I haven't given up on regaining their trust. Who are we going to talk to you? Or are we going to fight you? Let's find out.
I got it.
They're here. They've breached the perimeter. They're in the keep. Whistling a shrill warning signal, the Oathbreaker falls back deeper into the keep. That's not good. They know we're here. Anything we can take in here? Oh, yeah. Something over here, too. Yeah. Take. Oh, and it does disappear for the mini-map, so I guess we did miss a few things outside, but that's okay.
I am a shield wall.
Okay. Owen, get ready. I think we're gonna do a... Oh, not yet.
To my center.
Okay. Is this gonna reach anybody? No. So let's get in a little closer.
I got it.
Nice miss. Love it. Great start. Can we get all 3? No. Nice. That one was good. Let's Searing Palm you. And since Verse is attacking this person, I don't want to force her to disengage to help me do Blood-Soaked Stone on you.
I got it.
So as soon as one of us defeats someone, then we'll plan to do that. No, not yet. Keep it with regular attacks. Is everybody okay? No, Verse is down. Shit. Okay, that's alright.
Got dark all of a sudden.
We're about to get double teamed though. Nope, luckily that worked out. Okay. Let's sunder you.
That was beneath.
Oh, did you debuff me just now? That's not cool. That's not allowed. Everybody else is doing okay health-wise. Lantry's doing a good job of healing. Good.
You
might learn something.
I love Lantry's voice actor. He's so sassy. Okay,
Know
let's
my
go.
own strength.
Guys, you want to help me here? There you go. Okay, get ready for a sunder. Come on. Whoa, that was cool. I want to do that. It's only a 74% chance to hit. I've never noticed that it does that. That's interesting. Is it because we're just further away? Okay, that's done. Let Verse get up. She is wounded now, which is unfortunate. Let's go ahead and drop a save here. I can't believe I haven't been doing that yet. Okay. And let's just give Verse a second. Anything we can take in here? There's something in here, but we can't get over there yet. There's probably going to be some people in here. Alright, Verse, you feeling alright? Let's do this. Oh, no. The fire in the mess hall still burns, and plates and silverware line the tables. This room hasn't seen combat for generations. The Vendrian Guard will never be the same after this battle. Interesting. Okay. Two more? We can take two. Okay. Verse is not engaged yet, it doesn't look like. So let's go ahead and do a blood-soaked stone. Undo. Okay. We can get both of them in this, so let's do that.
For another?
Oh, actually, I think I canceled it on accident. Bang. Get ready with a stab. This combat is starting to feel a little bit better. Like, obviously I'm still learning things that I probably should have known already from the start, but I've just forgotten about reading.
For me.
It sounded like Verse died, but she didn't. It's fine. We good? Nice job, everybody. What's this? Staggering Burn. Very cool. Cheese, excellent. It's over here. Vendrian Guard food supplies are stored here. Most of it is compromised. Oh God, most of it is comprised of vegetables grown in the tiers. Interesting. Anything else? Yeah. Thank you, minimap. What is this? Bronze throwing dagger. Cool. All right, 3 people in here, but there's loot in here, so we're definitely doing this. Let's drop another save, though, because I'm a coward. I can own that. Let's do this. Okay. I hate that this is behind a wall, but hopefully that gives us cover or something so that the annoyance is worth something. Ow. Is that me that's frozen? Yeah.
I'm not dead yet.
Lantry, I do prefer you to stay, like, behind people. It's like the whole reason I kept you in the back for the formations. Can I get to you? No, I can't. Okay, Lantry, you get out of the way. There we go. Alright.
I got it.
I'm glad Verse still seems to be doing pretty well, even though she's injured. Actually, let's go ahead and blood-soak stone you. Kick. Punch! And then Sunder. Nice! Alright. Let's go. Scroll. Just generic scroll. Interesting scroll. Read scroll. Spell core. Sigil of Force. Didn't we already have that one? Arcane glyphs adorn the scrolls scattered on this table. The penmanship suggests a sage's hand, though it is written on crude parchment produced in the valley, a collaboration between 2 normally separate rebel groups. Interesting.
Sorry.
Oh, I can't do that. Can you do this? Yeah, you can. Keep your marsh berries locked up? It's kind of weird. 5.
Will do.
All right.
Send me your.
Okay. This is the biggest group of people we've had to fight so far. And I didn't save right before this, but that's okay. Let's get ready. We'll thrust you. Oh my God. Oh, actually, I didn't realize this person was right here. I'm a fool. Get ready on that.
Will do.
Okay. 1 down. Let's go ahead and Searing Palm you. Lantry, can you heal up a little bit? And then... No, let's just keep on stabbing. Searing Palm.
I need to try a different weapon. It's a hit.
This
Okay, verse. You are out of healing potion. Scarlet poison. You cannot greater restoration yet.
isn't working.
Just gotta hope verse makes it. Just gotta believe. Let's go ahead and use this though before she falls. Okay, never mind, I lied. Let's not do that.
It's over.
Okay. Looks like Barrick's going after this person, so we should probably also do that. Seems like we have better luck when we team up against everybody. Whenever possible. Are you gonna sneak closer to me or no? Probably not. Can you greater restoration yet? Restoring touch. Okay. Please keep me alive, thank you. Back to me, drink a potion. Lantry. Before you go down, I'd like you to quicken everybody. Okay, back to me. You just keep on attacking, it's okay.
Die, feel.
Oh, combo interrupted, damn, okay. Okay. Now, if I can get here, I think I can get both of you in this. We're okay, because we can rest after this. As long as Barrick and I can finish up these last two people. Barrick is very low, though. Barrick, you gotta heal, my guy. As soon as that comes off cooldown, too, you gotta heal again. Let's go ahead and burn this guy. And then sunder this guy.
Right.
One-on-one, I might still have a chance. Okay, no, we got him. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Go ahead here. Nope.
Something every day.
So at this point, I'm totally fine if he wants to
got it.
focus on Barrick. I mean, he is, of the two of us, probably the bigger threat, let's be honest. He's also terrifying looking. Okay, Searing Palm. Bang. Sunder.
Right.
All right, let's go. Okay. All right. Also loot this guy. Nothing too great. That's okay though. I have a level up. Looks like a couple of us might have a level up. How do I do that again? This? Yeah. Okay. 1 point, I'm thinking either might or health. I think we're doing decent damage for the moment, so let's focus on health. Save that. Verse, you don't have anything. Lantry does. Lantry, I'd like you to also have more health. Barrick, on the other hand, is great for health. So let's up his might. Okay. Now, Barrick, Lantry, and I also have talent points. I think power is probably the good way to go for this point in the game. Sweeping cone attack that hits nearby enemies. We have that. What is this? Unarmed mastery. No, we don't do unarmed very often. Mighty stance. Requires 1 talent point spent in power tree. Focus on powerful strikes that penetrate a foe's armor. Okay. Or two-handed mastery 1. Oh, wait. Can we not? Oh, this requires 2. This requires 1. Do we not? Oh, I guess we don't have one. I lied. Lantry, though. Rapidly attacks his targets with a series of thrown strikes. Or strikes at his targets, interrupting them and lowering their non-physical armor. Or Gifted Healer. Improves control life skill. Let's do that. Save all. I think I did spend a point on me. Whatever. Punisher or Sentinel? Nah, I don't really need... Well, maybe. What is this? Increases the one-handed and two-hand melee weapon damage. Yeah, no. Come on. Hands down. Save. What is this? Quests. Defeat them here and end the battle for Vendrian's Well once and for all. Can do. Oh, we do have some new cores. Oh, okay. So I think we had a... Yeah, focused... Oh. I thought we had a forced here, but I guess we just have it here. Okay. Cool. We are definitely going to rest. Because we have 2 people wounded now. And let's go ahead and drop a save as well. Is there anything else to do here before we move on? Opal? Yeah, the opal is just in a barrel, but they put the freaking berries in a lockbox. I don't get these people. Oh, this looks like a boss fight room. Oh, yeah, you look like a boss. Oh, are you that person that we had that conversation with originally, I wonder? Well, we're going to try to do this by talking, if we can. So, you're the vanguard of Kyros' conquest. Not as tall as I imagined, but we can't all choose our executioners. Already, word of our defiance spreads throughout the lands. You're 7 kinds of stupid if you think our war ends here. Before you stands Captain Tarkis Ari, de facto leader of the dwindling Vendrian Guard. Short, sunburned, and agitated even when standing still, her body is a compact sculpture of muscles and bone. And her face is short on symmetry thanks to the scars and dents of a dozen brushes with death. Okay. Though your lives will certainly end here in Ascension Hall. She chortles, pointing upward toward the ceiling, its stone arches somehow supporting the massive weight of the spire overhead. Consider yourself fortunate. Some of the finest rulers of Apex met death by duel in this hallowed hall. Truly, there's no finer place to settle an intractable feud. Sisters, brothers, Ari looks back at her cadre of soldiers with a solemn nod. It has been a privilege to lead and an honor to share in your final days. Taking a deep breath, she turns to you, waiting silently. Okay. Damn. What did you hope to gain from your rebellion? I mean, come on. They just didn't want to, it's self-respect, I think, is what they're going to say. Seems your uprising amounted to nothing but dead kinsmen. Well, I guess let's just go through all these if it lets us. What did you hope to gain from your rebellion? Nothing we haven't already gained. Our pride, our dignity, these things you can never take from us. She smiles, her eyes distance for a moment. The Vendrian Guard could never stand against all of Kyros' forces. But we can teach others to resist, and maybe you'll run out of soldiers before we run out of stubbornness. But I doubt it. You already use Kyros' currency, speak the language. Military control is a formality. But that's... Ari stammers, swatting the air. That's just sophistry. Kyros speaks our language, not the other way around. Besides, that proves nothing other than a common history. But the Fatebinder is saying that Kyros is not just one enemy, but a massive force that can reach you even in times of peace. Armies and edicts are just 2 of the bloodier ways Kyros can control you. I'm worried that this is going to make it so that we start fighting, but I mean, our other option here is athletics. Maybe this will make some people run away. But yeah, it seems like your uprising amounted to nothing but dead kinsmen. And what did taking Vendrian's Well cost you? How many disfavored corpses rust in the valley? How many choirmen fell to our blades? How goes the endless battle of the blade grave while you deal with us here? Ari laughs, wincing as she clutches her side. And tell me, are the Archons unified in victory? Did the armies bond in camaraderie over our deaths? Our stand here is the first of your problems. You've traded your kinsmen to slow the inevitable, nothing more. How did you know the Archons were feuding? I mean, it's probably very well known that they don't work together, but let's ask. We are hopeless, not witless. Our eyes and ears tell us much. Ari covers her mouth, stifling a smile. I will die happy knowing your invasion will grind to a halt as the two Archons tear each other to pieces over the title of victor. Perhaps my only regret is not living to see which child king will win. If you're so eager to fall by my blade, stop prattling and come at me, or are you gutless as well? Interesting. Any last words? Yes. A broad smile comes over Ari's face. Tell the voices of Narat, we are most thankful for his aid. We would not have made it this far without his support.
Look at...
Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. So the voices of... They're claiming that the voices of Narat are somehow, like, betraying us? I guess that doesn't, shock me completely. Okay. You were clutching your side at one point, so I'm wondering if you're injured? Okay. We're spread a little thin right now, which makes me a little worried. Actually, can I sweeping attack both of you? Yes.
I think my wisdom is finally catching up to my aim.
Incredible. Yeah.
I see it.
Sunder. Yeah, good job, Landry. Move centrally. Searing Palm.
They won't even get it.
I'm a little worried about the two casters. Okay. Stab. If we can... Oh, man. Verse is really taking it hard. Verse, can you heal? No, you can't. Can you heal Verse? No, you can't. Okay, well... Good luck, Verse. I believe in you. We're not going to be able to use Blood-Soaked Stone in this fight. That's unfortunate. Take him down, Owen. Take him down.
Not wake up dead.
Okay. Keep going. Verse is down. Which means Barrack is getting double teamed right now. That's not great. Let's Sunder.
On it.
Hopefully this is it. Ooh, now I'm getting double teamed. Great. That's also not great. Let's go ahead and do this. Cleave going. I'm out of healing. Quicken. Lantry heals the Fate Binder. Let's go ahead and do this.
On your command.
And then do this.
Smash to pieces.
Come on. Wait, why did that not work? Hello? Okay, that's one down. Searing Palm. Okay. Good, that didn't use up my Searing Palm. That's great.
Pieces.
Barrack's gonna attack you, so I'm gonna attack you. Sunder. How's everybody doing? Lantry, go ahead and heal yourself. Back to Owen. Yeah, we're about to Sunder here. Good. Okay. Just keep attacking. About to get thrust back up. Go ahead. We're getting a little low. That's a little scary. Just don't die. Oh, can we get both of you? Yeah, we can. Searing Palm, just to stop you from continuing to attack me. Why are you attacking me? Alright, still okay. Still okay. Okay, great. Get Asunder ready.
On it.
Things are looking good. Famous last words. Nice, okay. Okay. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Hey, thanks for all your help. You worthless gnats. We may die, but others will follow our example. Mark my words. The captain coughs up blood. You've bested their leadership. Most impressive. Remind me to never underestimate the skills of a Fatebinder. I'm honored to have had a hand in the glory. Betrayer Alliance. Now you arrive? Damn. This is really funny, but I'm not going to do that. I'm sure your Archon will be pleased that I managed to do your job for you. No, I'm not going to do that either. I'm honored to have a hand in the glory. And your help was pivotal. Graven Ash will soon be hearing an earful about your skill and courage. The clatter and madness of combat has finally ceased. Ascension Hall is, for a moment, tranquil. Gained favor with the disfavored. Lost favor Vendrian Guard. Gained favor Scarlet Chorus. Interesting. May pox take your children. Ari slumps to a crouch, her body trembling from injury and fatigue. With those words of defeat, the burning hum you've heard in your head for days on end tapers off to nothing. Your mind returns to a state of quiet you have not felt since before you proclaimed the edict upon Vendrian's well. I lay claim to Ascension Hall. Let us be free of this edict. And with that, Kyros' edict of execution should be no more. No, this sounds cooler. I lay claim to Ascension Hall. Let us be free of this edict. You feel a tug in your chest as a warm energy begins to form around you. Before you know it, you feel as if you are lighter than air. I'm going Super Saiyan? What the hell? What the hell? What? Achievement unlocked, building a reputation. Achievement unlocked, the mountain spire. You blink away the last of the luminescent trails in your field of vision. The masonry of Ascension Hall is replaced with the wide open space in every direction, save for the slab of ancient stone beneath your feet. High winds shove you, pushing you off balance. The air is cool and thin, unsatisfying to your lungs. Is this? Lantry looks out to the horizon, wide-eyed with excitement. Yes, this must be the mountain's spire. When was the last time... Lantry's eyes look down over the ledge, dumbstruck by the vertical plunge. Lantry backs away from the edge. I may need to retch. This is certainly a change. The wind ruffles the feathers in her hair, and Verse quickly smooths them down. A damn cold change. She peers over the edge. I think I could land on my feet if I jumped. Not that it would matter for long. Kyros be merciful. What now? Barrick spins around on his feet, looking about, trying to take in as much as he can through the narrow visor of his helmet. Every way you look, mountains rise up along the distant horizon. The rivers and forest below bring mind maps of Vendrian's well, and you quickly trace the Mittani, the Iranev, and all of the numerous waterways of the region. Higher than you imagined it, this is indeed the pinnacle of the spire at Vendrian's well. How did we get all the way up here? Ari strains to stand up, clutching her side. Another question. Oh, this is the Iron Marshal. I didn't realize they came with us. Another question. How in the name of Graven Ash do we get down? The Iron Marshal walks to the edge, trembling a half-pace back as she peers downward. The warriors below must be sensing that the edict has ended. We should be down there, by their side. Much as I would relish the opportunity to fight alongside the disfavored, I cannot begin to imagine the chaos unfolding beneath our feet. Barrick clenches his fist with a squeal of metal and turns away. Send word to Graven Ash that we were successful. I mean, how? We're the only ones up here and we don't know how to get down. I hereby claim this place. This is now an extension of Tunan's court, and all combatants must leave. Enough bloodshed for one day. I demand all blades sheathed. Interesting. Yeah, I like that. That much sounds sensible at least. If we were to understand just what happened, we need to drop anchor on this battle and regroup. But what of the chorus? We can't just... The Iron Marshal holds up her hand, lowering her head. You are right. We should regroup. Save what warriors we can. The chorus is better handled when we are at full strength. Send word to Graven Ash that we were successful. That was a worthy battle. Not since Stalwart have I seen such courage, such determination. Oh, but the siege needed you spans ago. Agreed. And I would be honored to deliver your auspicious message in person, but she points down over the ledge. I think the blast of magic from the spire and the edict's end should have been clear enough to everyone, but Graven Ash will still want to know you are safe. Go through that portal and report to Graven Ash. And then return to me with any news. Or, point to Ari, we hand her a note, the parchment will survive the impact. Oh god, brutal. No way, are you crazy? Come on. We already won, there's no reason to do that. No telling how stable it is. But look closely, and you'll see images of Ascension Hall in the haze. Well, if you have trained eyes, that is. Of course, even if it's not stable, the alternative is jumping. So, what do we have to lose? Oh, how did I not notice that? The portal's shimmering contours glimmer the moment you call out to its presence. Assuming that this takes me back to Ascension Hall, I'll carve a path to Ash and let him know the score. With resounding clatter, Erinyos beats her breastplate in salute. Glory to Kyros. Salute? Nah, just return it. Glory to Kyros. Thank you for being the edge of our blade. We've been short-handed even since we took the Gates of Judgment, and these Oathbreakers fought well above their station. Without you and my vanguard, this would have been a bloodier day, and there's no telling if we would have seized Ascension Hall in time. Vendrian's well is yours. Hold it for the glory of Tunan. It would be wise for us to place court-held lands between us and the enemy. That way, the chorus cannot fortify around us, without giving offense to the Archon of Justice. Nerat's treachery means war. I trust that we will be able to rely on your continued support in the coming trials. No doubt I'm the very definition of an enemy of the Overlord. I didn't just resist, I led others into resistance. So I know what's about to happen. But I know when I've met my match, and like most folk, I'll do whatever it takes to live. If you will show me mercy, I will pledge my life to you, good Fatebinder. The Tidecaster bows on one knee, lowering her gaze. You know I'm an Oathbreaker, so my word isn't what it used to be. But I promise, if you spare me, I'll serve you well. Interesting. I mean, we won't send her on her way just because she was an Oathbreaker. I mean, so is Lantry, to be fair. Like, I don't blame her for trying to hold her lands. If anything, that means she's a loyal person. Serve me well and all can be forgiven. Why would I possibly trust you? Why? Yeah, let's ask. Why would I possibly trust you? Because I'm all out of reasons to fight you. The Vendrian Guard and the School of Tides are no more, leaving me with no loyalties or ties to, well, anyone. And we must all bow to Kyros' minions eventually, right? I would die before swailing fealty to the voices of Nerat, and Graven Ash would kill me in a heartbeat. If I'm to serve anyone in this new order, it should and must be the Archon of Justice. And you are the only servant of Tunin I can think to ask. Interesting. Serve me well, and all can be forgiven. Nice. If you will have my fealty, it is yours. I, Ebb of the Tidecasters, do hereby pledge my life and loyalty to Owen. She dips in a formal bow. I will serve and obey as long as you have need or want of my skills. Oh no, we can only have 4. Shit. Okay. What's your deal? I mean, you're probably a caster. You're level 5. Shoot. I don't know what it's going to mean to replace someone, to be fair.
Goodbye to you, too. As far as gangs go, I've seen worse.
I don't necessarily want to get rid of Verse or Barrick. Lantry probably makes the most sense to replace with you, but I don't know what your deal is, and I don't know how I can get you back, or if I can get you back.
I will return to our holdfast at once.
Okay. What do you say?
Be seeing you, Fatebinder.
Interesting. Let's
Here
keep
to
Barrick,
serve.
and let's keep Ebb for now. I'm sorry, Lantry. We'll come back for you, I promise. Except, I feel bad already. I like Lantry. Vendrian's well has fallen. For the second time since the conquest began, Kyros' armies take the Citadel from its defenders. With your help, the Vendrian Guard rebellion has been crushed. You claimed Ascension Hall with your disfavored allies, satisfying the terms of Kyros' baleful edict. You and the forces of Kyros are free from the Overlord's death sentence. With the threat of execution no longer looming overhead, the Overlord's armies turn their attention away from the Citadel and towards each other. The tensions that flared over the long siege reached an explosive crescendo as the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus armies clashed iron and bronze in hasty, disorganized battle. As his forces were cut down, the voices of Nerat and his officers escaped to the Stone Sea, leaving the conscript army to carry on their battle against the disfavored. In the aftermath, the disfavored broke camp and withdrew to their fortress in the Blade Grave. There to regroup and prepare to extend the campaign against the Scarlet Chorus. Having taken Vendrian's well for yourself, Archon Graven Ash recognized your lawful claim to rule and occupy the Spire. I'm surprised that went over that well. I thought that was the whole point he and Voices of Nerat were arguing all the time. As days passed, the wounded and injured were nursed to health. You explored your strange bastion and planned your next steps with careful deliberation. As word spreads that the Scarlet Chorus and disfavored turned on each other, faction once resolved to bend the knee are inspired instead to continue fighting. The Archon's feud has heralded the collapse of Kyros' offensive. Tunin, the Archon of Justice, observes the chaos and discord spreading across the land. The Archon summons his Fatebinder to return to court at the Bastard City and report on his actions in Vendrian's well. Civil War. What a shame. What a shame that it descends into this. Archon Ash will want to meet and discuss these next steps. Best that you regroup in Ironhearth. Gather your strength and regroup, but don't leave the Archon waiting. Send Ash my regards. The General has done much for me, and send Ash my regards. The General has done much for me, and I wish he was here to see this. Tell the Archon at Ironhearth. I'll join the Archon at Ironhearth after I speak with Tunin. That would be best. She shakes her head and looks out on the spire with fresh bewilderment. It's not enough that we're fighting 2 wars. Now we have to puzzle through this. I don't envy your position. See you at Ironhearth. I thought I was saying that. She was saying that. The dizzying energy from the spire falters. Whatever force awoke the powers that reside here gutters and fades, though a faint hum persists in the sculpture at the center. That's odd. There was a portal here a moment ago, but it seems to have vanished. I don't know what happened. This is all new to me. The humming from the curious sculpture pulses and builds in volume, as if to draw your attention. Okay. Can I talk to you, Lantry? Is this how I get you back in my party if I want to?
At least in theory, I'm supposed to be observing history and not getting myself wrapped into it. All the same, this is the thrill of a lifetime. Rarely does one stand so close to monumental moments in the making. If given the choice between a multifaceted hive mind of treachery and a surly old soldier, General Grumps is the wiser choice. It's patently obvious which Archon is truly loyal to Kyros.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So, I must ask, are you planning on taking sides in the Civil War? Or do you have other plans?
Interesting. I'll stand with Graven Ash for so long as it suits my purposes. I have my own little corner of the Tears now. Yeah, I am a servant of the Archon of Justice. That much has not changed.
Dutifully spoken. It is Tunon's duty to arbitrate matters between the Archons, so this rift between Ash and Nerat certainly falls under his jurisdiction. And here you are, thrust in the middle of the dispute. No doubt the mighty adjudicator will be relying heavily on you to get to the truth of the matter. Whatever you do next, consider that many eyes will be upon you, for you have both delivered and taken away the Overlord's edicts, and few will know how to make sense of the latter. You are an exception the Archons cannot afford to ignore. They will likely aim to control or destroy you.
Have you heard of edicts being broken before?
Most of Kyros' edicts were either worded to end in a manner of the Overlord's choosing, or the edicts have simply continued in perpetuity. That's not to say there haven't been stories of broken edicts. They're just uncommon. The oldest is, I think, Golbraith and the Edict of Sorrows, and that tale dates back to around the year 110. Aside from you, the most recent was the Edict of Twisting Grasses, back in 380.
I forget what year it is right now.
In all these stories, Kyros' edict very clearly gives its victim a single way to escape, and someone manages it. What's never happened is the pure abatement of an edict, like using a spell of warding or cancellation.
Do you have a moment? Let's talk further. So what's on your mind? Did you want to discuss matters of the present, or would you prefer a more scholarly rant? Okay, yeah, this is how we add you to the party. Are you just gonna stay on top of this tower? I mean, honestly, if like in lore we're leading someone behind to like hold this place for us, Lantry's probably the smartest person in our party, so that makes sense. Although I don't really know anything about Ebb. Let's discuss current matters.
Of course. How can I help?
Do you know anything about the region we're in?
The spires predate us all. As far as I know, we're the only ones who've been up here since... ever? I think this might be a first. Perhaps the real Trailblazer had trouble getting down and was lost to history. Of course. How can I help?
Interesting. What are your thoughts on our traveling associates?
Are you asking for an objective assessment? Or is this your way of saying you want to gossip?
I mean, a little bit of both, Lantry. Let's be real. A little bit of both. Barrick, what do you make of him?
He is a proper Northman, with duty in his blood, which makes me suspect his loyalty to Ash is stronger than his loyalty to you. As long as your interests remain aligned to Graven Ash, this shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I must admit, I am completely fascinated by his predicament. Ever tried diagramming the articulations of his armor? Don't. It'll only lead to madness and ruination.
Thoughts on verse?
I know little of swordplay, and couldn't work a curve and arrow to save my life. I can't really comment on the lady.
Lady, you're just afraid to talk in front of me, clear as day. Your sweat is easier to read than your ink scribbles.
What? No, not at all. I just don't know how to comment on a warrior's worth, that's all.
Spare me your blather.
Verse pauses to read Lantry's body language.
Huh. Think that, do you? Didn't know you had such swollen hope for me.
No need to keep secrets, Lantry. Or Verse, explain yourself. No need to keep secrets, Lantry.
A most fascinating specimen. I think she has great potential. A dangerous amount of potential, to be blunt. The Scarlet Furies are the fighting elite of the Scarlet Chorus, and that means floating to the top of a sea of blood and chum. We should consider ourselves lucky to have her on our side, with her weapons usually pointed away from us.
Interesting. What do you make of Ebb, even though you've only known her for about 30 seconds?
Good tidecasters stay underwater. Kyros did the Tears a favor by erasing those moon howlers from history.
Whoa.
A shame one of them escaped justice.
Jeez, Lantry.
I like that I make you this agitated. Considering all the things that don't seem to bother you in the slightest. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of getting off on how much power you're giving me here.
Ugh. And then there's your coquettish act whenever someone calls you on your teeth. I'll be the one ready to tangle when, not if, you decide to pounce.
Wow, jeez. Maybe it is good that we kept them separate. Jeez. Let's speak of something else. I have some questions for you.
I am nothing if not a semi-reliable font of knowledge. What did you want to discuss?
I mean, Lantry, we're not going to be traveling with you for a while, so I would like to, let's chat for a little while, Lantry. I want to get to know you better. I'd like to know more about you. Me, well, fine. I'm not a very fascinating subject. I study interesting people, enough to know I'm not one of them. I think we have talked to you a little bit, right? What's your story? Yeah, what's your story? Tell me the origins of Lantry. Someday, someone half your age will ask you to sum up your life, and you'll realize what an odious request that is. Huh. Well, where to start? I grew up in Sunder. I was born right after the independence from the realm of Stalwart. So yeah, do the math and you'll realize I'm old. My parents were harbor hands, my mother never returned from a voyage, and my father lost his hands to infection and disease, and decided to sell me to the School of Ink and Quills. Any other family? Irrelevant. If they exist, they are as strangers. Family ties are severed when joining with the sages, at least in principle. The school has had its share of favoritism for blood relatives. As a novice, I was assigned to the Dovecotes, where I learned how to raise and groom birds to carry missives, and most of my early tomes are on that subject. 10 years and several tomes later, someone decided I was welcome into the inner circle and shown the ways of magic. And since then, I've spent a great deal of time in the field of study, which I suppose readied me for a life after the fall of the Vellum Citadel. Well, as much as anything could, ready one for the strangeness of these days. Were you born Lantry, or did you take that name on joining the School of Ink and Quill? Most sages take a new name when they join the school, but for me, the transition was difficult at first. I stuck to my old commoner name, and then just never got around to picking some high-faulted name like Sage Apophis or Sage Dangling Participle. Is this your true skin? Did you always want to be a sage? I cannot imagine doing anything different. I suppose in my youngest days I yearned for battle and glory, like most boys I knew. Having now seen how short a soldier's life can be, I look back on that old calling, not that old mindset. Oh, I look back on that old calling, that old mindset, and laugh. So really, what's your story? What do you mean by that? I know you're smarter than you act. Extend me the same courtesy. Landry strokes his beard. He gained, okay. Leaving flecks of sepia among his white whiskers. I was on the take from the voices of Nerat, or at least an agent of his sent me to the school of ink and quills 30 years back. It'd be years later until I made the connection to the Arkham. Most people think that the war began 3 years ago, but the voices of Nerat has had his hands in things sooner than that. I was part of that early invasion, an eager kid happy to accept a 30-year assignment that comes with education. Interesting. What else aren't you telling me? Well, I should admit that I've been taking an interest in your history since I learned about your proclamation of the Edict of Storms. In truth, I'm deeply curious about any who have lived as vessels to Kyros' most supreme magic. When I heard you were proclaiming a second edict, I had to find a way for us to meet. Being tied up in a prisoner camp was not the intended plan. So, you advocating surrender to Kyros was the end of your long plan? Yes and no. When I first left, I was just happy to be getting educated by the sages on someone else's rings, and my orders were simply to listen and report. As the time drew near, my commands were to win them over, a little at a time, to the notion of surrender. But I failed. The elders of the school grew defiant, and the military minds won out. These are tiersmen, after all. I didn't deliver the surrender, and it took the Overlord's edict to end what I was sent to do. Thank you for telling me. Now, no more secrets, understood? I will endeavor to earn your trust as best I can. Sorry to have given you reason for doubt. Let's speak of something else. You mentioned raising birds earlier. Think you'll go back to doing that? At some point, yes. Good birds are needed to help keep the missives moving through the tiers. I set all my best birds to flight before the edict. Turn of phrase, constant caw, and the rest. They're out there somewhere, and maybe when this is over, I'll summon them back and start a new dovecote. Dovecote. Dovecote? I don't know that word. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I'm going to say dovecote. How do you feel about Kyros? Yeah, interesting. Loyalty 1. How could I not help but find him to be the most captivating person alive? The man has bent empires, claimed continents. Where he goes, history follows. I won't deny that he has killed, millions at least, but I contend more would have died in petty wars across Terratus at the void of Kyros. In void of Kyros. I've seen what tiny despots, merchant cabals, and mage guilds can inflict in the names of all sorts of righteous causes. I will take the rule of Kyros over the tyranny of every idiot on Terratus. Let's speak of something else.
I am nothing if not a semi-reliable font of knowledge. What did you want to discuss?
I'd like to discuss arcane matters.
And I'd be happy to oblige. Ever since the fall of the Vellum Citadel, it is hard to find someone with whom I can discuss such things.
What do you know of Kyros' edicts? Kyros has cast many over the ages, and to my knowledge, has never worded 2 edicts exactly the same. Edicts defy our understanding of magic. Kyros' magic works over vast distances, over indefinite durations, and no archon or mere mage can counter the force of an edict. What can you tell of edicts in general? I explain it to my students like this. A spell is to an edict as a drop of rain is to a hurricane. Edicts and spells are both magical cantrips, but differ in intensity by orders of magnitude. Edicts are almost commands to Terratus that must be carried out until the instructions allow the magic to end. If Kyros wants a plague until the next Judge's Day, expect copious bubbos until the next Judge's Day. Nothing has ever dispelled an edict, nothing outside of the edict's own sunset clause, as I like to think of them. I'm curious about a specific edict. Of course, ask away. Any thoughts on the edict of execution cast on Vendrian's Valley? It seems like the Archons were about to kill each other, and the threat of mutual destruction was about all Kyros had left. I imagine fear is the only way to get someone like the voices of Nerat to follow orders, and the edict certainly did whip them into action. Let's go through the rest of the edicts, and then we'll get going. And then we will eventually get through all of Lantry's dialogue, but, I also want to get through the story eventually. What do you know of the Edict of Stone? The Edict of Stone ravaged the realm of Azure. The upheaval of earth and rock turned the rolling plains into a craggy steppe known as the Stone Sea. Since the edict was directed at the traitorous Archon of Stone, it would seem the upheaval of Azure was a secondary consequence, though I imagine little of what Kyros does is unintentional. What do you know about the Edict of Fire? I was there when the ground erupted with fire, and I don't think I remember ever being as terrified as I was that day. If I hadn't woken up early, I'd have likely perished in my sleep, or awoken to the experience of being immolated. I have very conflicting feelings about this matter. The School of Ink and Quill had every opportunity to surrender. The leadership chose to stand against the most powerful force on Terratus. While this is all very terrible, it was entirely preventable. You'll think me crazy, but there is a part of me saddened I lived through an Edict of Fire. Kyros has used this before. I figure if I'm going to have years taken off my life fleeing an edict, it would have been nice if it were a historical first. That's kind of funny. Can you tell me about the Edict of Storms? I would think that you know more than most on the subject. I watched with great interest when it happened, but fleeing the Edict of Fire was a more pressing concern. The Edict of Storms turned the once forested lands of Stalwart into a wind-swept wasteland. They call it the Blade Grave now, since only the iron and bronze armaments remain. Hurricane breezes, rust winds, and relentless lightning have destroyed the housing and farmlands. That's all for now. Thank you, Lantry. We'll see you later. Let's see what's going on with this. On closer inspection, a series of symbols carved around the base of the structure come into view. One symbol pulses with a blue-white glow. The pattern resembles the glowing lines of light seen on the floor of Ascension Hall, moments before you found yourself transported above the clouds. As you stare at the symbol, the chill of wind abates and your chest swells with warmth. The air finally feels welcoming, your lungs sated at last. You staked your claim on the tower and everything in it. Whatever that sculpture is, it belongs to you. I can feel power running through this place. Ebb surveys the surroundings, her gaze sweeping to the object at the center. You can sense the magic of the spire, even from down below. But up here, this close to the axis of the spire, the deluge of energy is numbing. I feel dizzy. Do you feel dizzy? Barrick massages the brow of his helmet, causing a howl of grinding iron to echo across the expanse. What is this thing? The surface of the stone edifice trembles at your words. For a brief moment, the solid rock undulates, the same motion as a quiet pond rippled by rain. An echo bounces back from the afar, your voice distorted and unfamiliar. Is this thing? Your voice. For a moment there, it sounded like a song. The sculpture is once again still. There's a rush of warmth through your body, a jolt of enervation that steadies your balance. A barrage of tactile sensation floods your mind as you feel footsteps and wind, but not on your face or limbs. A moment later, the flood of information begins to make sense. You are feeling the wind against the spire, and even the wind of your own feet, and even the weight of your own feet, as if the spire were a second spine. With this connection made, you feel your awareness pull from this place, not as a traveler, but as one glimpsing the world from an impossibly far away. In this moment, there is nothing you cannot see. though you see it nearly all at once in a flood of sensation that is difficult to parse. You see a spire at the crossing of an ancient stone sculpture, 2 walls extending off into the distance. At the base of this eternal spire, settlers and merchants act in every way unconcerned, toiling under the observation of unforgiving taskmasters. As the shadow of the spire falls over them, the mood changes. The settlers pause in shared unease and look up at the sky, toward you. Some of the faces looking at you are familiar, and you recognize this place as Lethian's Crossing, where you served during the war. Near this settlement, built by the joining of the ancient walls, you see a breach in the massive masonry, a cleft into the forbidden, hidden realm within the old walls. Drift into the old wall's entrance. Shadows envelop you, muting all sounds and vision with a slight delay. There is a feeling of perversion, of wrongness. Whatever arcane power is allowing your senses to drift free of your body seems to falter in this place. Figures haunt the stone halls, drifting emanations of cloud, claw, and fang. They pay you no heed, but you fear them all the same. In the depths of this forbidden place, the deepest chamber is bathed in light. An arcane symbol illuminates the floor, though the details hurt your eyes when you focus. With a gentle tug, your focus pulls back to a new horizon, though it takes you a moment to recognize it as Vendrian's well. You return to the awareness of your immediate surroundings. The effect leaves you unsteady on your feet. Drift closer to the spire. The spire feels familiar to the one you now occupy, though instead of radiating arcane life, it reeks of dust and crumbling stone. A branch withering once pulled from its tree. It reaches for you with a barely perceptible tug. The link between you and the spire recedes. The arcane bond is still present, but the mystical energies for the moment are quiet. Your body flooded with excitement and fatigue. It's unclear whether the mystic connection is strengthening you or siphoning. The tower offers nothing by way of answer, and you know that asking would only yield more silence and mystery. The deluge of sensation is over, but the positions on the other spires still linger in your mind. From your vantage point atop the mountain spire, you can easily spot the mysterious structures, each of them rising high above their distant surroundings. Strange. Ebb curls her fingers and draws a quick sigil in the air, then studies how it fades. The magic of this place responds to you. The portal, the braziers, it all glows more vibrant when you approach. Before we get ahead of ourselves, it's worth remembering that you ended Kyros' edict. That's no small feat. Maybe your connection to this place is related. Either way, sounds like something for the arcane-minded to investigate. Be sure to see me after your audience with Tunin. We cannot let the Scarlet Chorus gain hold in the Tears. Together, we will wipe them from the land. Come to me as soon as you can, Fatebinder. We have a lot of work to do. Okay. I think this will be a good place to pause. Thanks very much, everybody, for watching. I appreciate it. If you're enjoying this series, please feel free to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any tips, I guess. I guess specifically on combat. That's something that I continue to, I don't know, find a little bit tricky in this game. But, you know, I think we're getting better. We're definitely better than we were when we started. So, yeah. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'll see you next time.